Who is another great Stephen King character that you would love to know what form Pennywise takes if they were to meet him?
Whoa,
If they were to encounter Pennywise.
Oh, wow. That's a great question.
So another Stephen King character that it would be neat to see them encounter Penny. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
But if I had to choose a character in all of Stephen King's canon that I would like to see how the entity, how it scares them, it would be.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
What is that?
We are forced to wait for a little bit before we get to see Bill return as Pennywise. But I would love to know, did any of you guys try to find out in advance when he would be on set, just so you could see him, maybe even if you weren't scheduled to be on set that day?
Probably every day.
Absolutely.
They didn't forbid us from taking pictures.
Yeah.
They didn't do any of that.
It wasn't weird.
It wasn't weird.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, anyone can't show up, but people in the production could show
We
up.
could ask.
Yeah.
We can ask, and we were able to. I think we all got to.
were
Yeah.
able to.
But it was, he is number one.
He's just a generous actor, just like every single other person in the cast who has to be in makeup significantly longer than the rest of us. So I think we were very gracious in that we were like, if he's in makeup, I'm waiting. It's all good.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because it's an unbelievable amount of work he has to do. Get ready for work. Now go sit for 3 hours and then do your job after you wait another 3 hours.
He was super approachable.
Yeah.
Very, very warm, very gentle. Basically the opposite of the character he's playing. There's no danger, there's no threat to Bill Skarsgård. So when he actually becomes Pennywise and he's so terrifying, it's a real pleasure to witness a great actor at his craft.
Bill's pretty casual. You can find him in his Pennywise costume walking around eating his chicken salad and just saying hello to everybody.
It actually makes it much more terrifying because he is so casual, and I think he forgets how scary he is when he's in the costume and full wardrobe, and he tries to talk to you about normal things, and you're just like, I don't know if I can engage with you about anything right now. You're so terrifying.
And he's such a sweet, soft-spoken guy that, the whole Pennywise persona goes away. That's what makes Bill so good at what he does, especially with this role. He's not the character. He curls the lip, he puts on the voice, he gets into the character, and this terrifying entity emerges. But that's not him. He's just a great actor.
I mean, it's not an open invitation for everyone on the lot to come and see the clown.
I'm trying to get on season 2 is what I'm saying, guys. I'm trying to get an invitation.
Well, I think we can work something out.
But I'll tell you something. I've done 2 movies and 8 episodes.
You okay? Good job.
And Bill still freaks the out of me whenever he shows up on set. And I am pretty sure it's the same impression on everybody. You're not going to approach Bill as Pennywise to ask him if he wants a slice of pizza. It's always very much, he's in his very scary bubble. He's almost 7 feet. So
Yeah, but it's not something imposed or looked for. I think that just his sole presence in costume and in character just creates some sort of strange gravity on the set where everybody is like very silent, but it's not something that is like asked for or imposed. It's just like, oh, Pennywise is coming, and it's on the call sheet, and it's number 1 is coming, and everybody knows it. But it's a natural phenomenon.
To me, one of the most fascinating things about Pennywise is that he's not just the clown. It's not just Bill. He's the greatest fear of whoever he comes across. Obviously, we know all great Stephen King stories are connected. Who is another great Stephen King character that you would love to know what form Pennywise takes if they were to meet him?
Whoa, if they were to encounter Pennywise.
Oh, wow. That's a great question.
So another Stephen King character that it would be neat to see them encounter Penny. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I would love to see the kiddos from Stand By Me. I think that would be very fascinating. And to particularly see what form, like, is it the body? Is it, I don't know. I'd be very interested to see how he affects all of them and how they come together or not.
Kathy Bates,
because they
Misery.
all. Ooh,
I'd like to
Kathy-
see what she. I like to
Because
see
what
what
is she afraid of?
I would like to see what she does to his clown.
Yeah, like, I'm pretty sure she's gonna win that.
I think I would do The Shining, but I wonder, I'd flip it. Instead of Shelley Duvall being the poor victim, let's see what would scare Jackson House.
Boom.
An empty bottle.
Oh,
What was Jack's name in The Shining? What's the
Jack
character?
Torrance.
Like,
Jack Torrance.
come on, could you imagine? Because like somebody who's embodying fear, what is their fear?
Yeah.
So I think anyone who is at the peak of terrorizing someone, I want them to be terrorized.
Here's Johnny.
I was going to say the entity of the Overlook Hotel. With Nicholson as Torrance. Are they related? Is the entity of it and the entity of the Overlook related? I suspect they are in the Stephen King big picture.
It's a great question, and I think you're going to see the answer in the show. My favorite Stephen King canonical character is Dick Halloran. I love Dick Halloran. Dick Halloran was a part of this show from the jump. The minute we started conceiving this show, we talked about how Dick would fit in. Obviously, there's a reference to Dick Halloran in it in one of Mike Hanlon's interludes.
Black Spot.
But we really got excited about the possibility of seeing how it would represent itself to Dick, but also how it would react to Dick, because it has never encountered another entity or person with special abilities.
But if I had to choose a character in all of Stephen King's canon that I would like to see how it scares them, it would be Randall Flagg.
Oh, man.
Because what scares the man who scares everybody? And so that's where I'm coming from. Longtime reader of Uncle Stevie. I would love to see that.
There are some really, really big ideas about, without getting into spoilers, about Pennywise and about connections to other Stephen King stories that are sort of hinted at in the novel, but really, really deeply explored here. Was there anything that you guys came up with that was so massive and seismic that you guys thought, we should probably call Stephen first and make sure he's okay with this?
Our communication with Stephen was frequent. So there was no, massive, breaking of news break in him. So it was like a step-by-step thing. But from the beginning, he knew that we were basically exploring and digging into a story that was not only presented as an unsolved puzzle in the book of It, and because it's one of his major attractives, the mystery that stems from a story that is not fully understood, not fully explained, because it's all from the human perspective, but also from drawing from other pieces of Stephen King work, which is the dark, like all of the Dark Tower that is like so intimately related to the same universe. In our long run, the series will basically reveal a bigger mythology that witnesses what's more on the other side. So that breaks a little bit the logic of perspective that It as a book presents, because we're going to the other side. And I cannot tell now where this is going fully, but I can tell you that we're revealing the iceberg. The intention is to reveal a bigger mythology, the iceberg under the water of the bigger story that tries to explain what it is and why is it on this plane of existence on Earth, and what does it want.
And also, I have to say that Steve is the most amazing partner, and he loves the element of surprise, of expansion of his own morsels, because he is leaving little morsels in the book that we get to expand on to be able to tell 8 hours of a story. And he's been incredibly supportive, and also has fun at watching that unfold.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.